Hey Tuto girls, for today's activity we're going to make a super heroine. And to make her we're going to need some paper and a few markers to color her in. So more precisely we're going to need a large piece of paper to protect our table, a smaller piece of paper for us to draw her, a pencil, some scissors to cut her out, and then also some markers and colored pencils to color her in. So now we're going to take our first sheet of paper here, perfect, which we're going to have vertically. So to start up to make our superhero, we're going to take our pencil and we're going to start drawing the shapes of her body. So make sure it's nice and sharpened. And we're going to start right here with the circle of her head. So nice and easily, we're going to make a little circle, kind of like an oval circle, which you can see lightly. So don't press too hard while you're sketching. And then 2 little lines for her neck. Great. Then we're going to do a little bit of an oval here for her chest that connects to the neck. And then 2 circles here for her shoulders. 2 circles on the left and right for her elbows. And a circle right between the elbows for her stomach. Not too dark. Perfect. Then we're going to make 2 circles for her knees. So right now we're just kind of creating the structure for what her body is going to look like. 2 calves for her lower legs, and we're good to go. So remember, you ladies, you can use this technique for any kind of drawing you want to do for the future, whether it be a human, whether it be a superhero. This is a really good and easy way to make a body. So now we're going to add in all of the limbs to our superhero. So I'm starting with the arms, which I'm connecting from the elbow to the shoulder. Down below, I'm making the lower part of her arm, which is jutting out from the elbow. And some hands, really, really sketchy for the moment. Connect her shoulders to her elbows, and her elbows just jut it out a little bit and make a hand. Great. Now we're going to connect the shoulders to her stomach. Just 2 straight lines that go right there into the stomach. And then from the stomach, we're going to connect it down here to the knees. So nice and easy. I'm going to draw a little line here, not too dark, to connect. And then a line up for the thigh. Perfect. So not too dark. Connect it right there to the knee. I'm going to make my knee a little bit bigger to connect it. And again, we're always going to be able to fix this with our black marker later. This is just to help us make the shape. Don't worry at all if you mess up a little bit. I'm definitely messing up too. So we're going to do the lower part of the leg here and a little square to make the foot. Perfect. So now we have the general shape of our superhero. And I'm gonna basically go over this once again with my black marker, so it'll really define the entire structure. So take out your black marker, and now we have to be a little bit more careful because it's gonna become more permanent. So let's start with the head and follow the sketching shape that we made. So up and around, nice and easy. And just follow the sketch that we just did, basically. So you have the entire kind of foundation for what she's going to look like. Down and around the shoulder, left side and right side. Perfect. Down the arms. Any mistakes that we might have done with the sketching, we'll be able to fix with the marker. So it's like it never happened. Curve it over here to make her arm. And then we can make her hand. So an easy way to make a hand is just to make a square and then add some lines in between to show the fingers. Just like that. Up. And the arm is almost complete. Perfect. So now we have to get through to her chest here. And make her a little bit slimmer, a little bit more feminine, because this is a superhero girl. curve her in, just follow the lines that you used for the sketching. And we're just going to continue down here with her thighs. So basically her hips start here, and a little bit below is where the tops of her thighs are going to touch. So right there, that's our reference point. So from that dot, connect it down right there to the knees and down to the feet. Follow your little sketch and around. Same thing for the other side. Doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical, but as best as you can. Follow it down. Use your sketch as a reference. And we're almost done here. Perfect. So now we have to add a few details to our superwoman here. We're going to need to add her gloves, her boots. So 2 little lines here for the boots. Then 2 little lines on either side of her arms for her gloves. Also for her superwoman underwear. So 1 line on the left and 1 line on the right on either thigh, and 1 line above for the waist, so straight across. And then another line right above for her belt. So now we're also gonna go ahead and draw her chest and her hair. So her hair, I want my superwoman to have a lot of it because she's flying through the wind and it really looks amazing. So it can go on either side, ponytail, long hair, however you think it's best. So start it right on top of the head here. I'm gonna have it flow right there under the armpit because it's behind her. Same thing on the right-hand side, make it go up and over, under the armpit, and connect it behind. So that's the kind of hair that I'm doing. You can make it a little bit longer, you can make it wider. And right where her hair is stopped, I'm doing 2 little swoops here for where her chest is. Great. She looks pretty much starting to look like a superhero right now. So now we're gonna also have to do her face and her cape. So let's start with her eyes and take your magic marker and do 2 little circles for the eyes. And also her mask. So I'm gonna make her mask look like a butterfly. Awesome. So again, the mask is gonna go slightly outside of the face because it's a little bit bigger than her face. And her smile, because she's happy she's saving the world. So my superwoman is definitely gonna be happy. So there's a few other things that we have to keep doing around her body. So let's take our marker. I'm gonna make all of her clothes pink. So first her left glove. And then I'm also going to make her underwear, her right glove, and her boots all nice and pink. And if you don't like pink, no problem. You can use purple, you can use green or blue. So that my superwoman loves pink, and so do I. So I'm just going to follow the lines that we drew before and color in nice and easily within the lines. Perfect. It's actually really easy to draw within the lines when we've already pre-drawn them in black, so it should be pretty easy for you guys to have a nice clean drawing. Awesome. So almost done with the boots, and then we're going to do her belt and underwear. Nice and pink. I don't know many superheroes that have pink. Catwoman is in all black. Superwoman is in... Wonder Woman, rather, is in blue and in red. But in my world, pink superheroes definitely exist. So that way you definitely know it's a girl. Up. Gonna draw it all in. Hopefully your marker has enough ink. You could also use colored pencil. Anything that you have with a color. Awesome. So now we're going to draw her cape. So take your black marker and take it right here starting at the shoulder and have it drop down. So my Superwoman is going to have a really long cape and jut it right up and connect it to the right shoulder. So my cape is pretty long and squiggly. I might want to fix it later with my scissors, but it's okay. So what I'm also going to do is have my cape be pink, and I'm going to make sure that I don't draw it within my hair marks. So take your marker. It can be any color. You don't have to have the color match with the other parts of your Superwoman that you drew. But personally, I think my Superwoman just loves pink. So just draw right there within the lines and make sure that you don't get the color in her hair, because her hair is most likely another color. So follow through. So once your Superwoman is done, we're going to be able to cut her out. You can use her as a figurine. She can basically be your own personalized Barbie doll that you've made all by yourself that no one else will have. It's going to make it a really cool toy. You can use her as a decoration in your bedroom. You can use her as a bookmark inside of a book that you're reading. You can do all sorts of stuff. Also a really cool idea for a birthday present. Oh, so let's be careful right here around the hair. Make sure we don't overlap. Perfect. Great, great, great. So yeah, if you have a birthday present to make, maybe your friends, like a specific character in a movie or a superhero, you can make them their own little personal figurine. All the way down there. Up. I know this is a lot of coloring, but she's going to look so awesome at the end. She's going to be like this amazing pink Superwoman flying through the sky. Everyone's going to recognize her. It's not every day you see a bright pink Superwoman. So as you can see, the edges of my cape are a little bit shaky. So what I'm going to do is, when I cut out my Superwoman, I'm going to use my scissors to make everything a little bit smoother, and I'll show you how we can do that. So don't worry, if you think you want to make your cape a little bit different than the way you've drawn it, we can always fix it. Perfect. Keep going. You could also make your cape have kind of a print or decorations. If you want to have flowers on the inside of it, it doesn't have to be all pink the way mine is. You could have hearts on it, stars. You can make it different colors, like with stripes. It could definitely be multicolored, horizontal stripes, vertical stripes. Okay, so we're on the last part of the cape here. Just have to be careful with the hair again. So when you're drawing near the borders of her body and of her hair, just try and go a little bit slower to avoid making any mistakes. And then when you're in the middle, you can go a bit faster. Right up against the edges there. So I think I'm going to add some other colors to her afterwards as well, or else she's just going to be all pink. So I think I'm going to make, maybe her pants will be blue. I think her pants and her shirt will be blue. Perfect. Follow those edges as best as you can. No worries, even if you color a little bit outside of the cape, we're going to be able to cut it out with our scissors afterwards. I think a lot of people will be jealous. You'll have your own little personal superwoman. And you can name her however you want. You can decide what kind of powers she's going to have. I think mine can definitely fly. Perfect. Great. So now we're done with our cape. And I'm just going to take my black marker here and re-outline the parts of the cape that I want to cut out afterwards. Great, so that's a little reminder for myself right there. Now I'm going to take my little blue marker. I think I like that blue. Kind of looks like jeans. Take my blue. Wow, my superhero is wearing blue jeans. That can't be the most comfortable to fly around in, but she's a really good flyer, so she can pretty much fly in anything. All right. Perfect. And you can make several of your superwomen. Maybe you have a superwoman that has multiple outfits. Maybe she has one cape that's red, one cape that's green. She could have a special occasion cape when she's going to parties. It can be, kind of gold with lace on it. You don't only have to make one. So we're just making our first one here together, but hopefully you can teach your friends how to do these as well, now that you know how to draw them. Great. So I'm going to make the top blue as well because my superhero is definitely a fashionista and she likes to match her pants to her top. So color through up until just there on the neck. And again, be careful of your edges. Go nice and slowly once you get to the ridge. So it'll help you not color too much outside the lines. Nice and easy. Great. So I think I'm going to make my superhero blonde because I'm a brunette and it's nice to have a little change. Great. So now I'm going to just color through here the rest of her top. And since her hair is going to be blonde, I know I'm going to have to need my yellow marker. And I might have her belt match her hair. I think that'll look nice. Perfect. So right up against the belt there. Nice and slow on the edges. Almost done. And then if you see you want to correct any little white spots, you can do that too. All right, so now I'm going to get my yellow. So I'm definitely going to make her blonde. Nice blonde hair. This is like really blonde, like sunshine blonde, like a California girl. Maybe my superhero is from California. Perfect. So just be careful there, right on the border. If some of that yellow marker gets into her blue top, it'll actually turn green because yellow and blue make green. So then her hair right there poking up under her armpit. Her belt. Other side of her hair there. Looks like it's coming right behind her head, so there's a lot of kind of cool depth. Now I'm trying to think, what color do I want to make her mask? I think I might want it to be bright pink as well. Going right around here. Awesome. So now it's time to name our superhero. I'm going to call mine Super Olivia. So I'm going to put in a little S and an O right on her belt. So everyone knows this is Super Olivia and she loves hot pink. So I'm going to take my pink marker one more time. Color in my mask. My little mask right here. And maybe if you want to do other superheroes, you can have them wearing different kind of masks. Could be heart-shaped mask, could be a butterfly-shaped mask. Just keeping right here within the lines. Ah, she looks so pretty. I love her already. So now I'm going to take my light peach marker right here and coloring her face in. And again, your superhero can be, any colors. Awesome. So now the last step. I'm just going to fix a few things there. Dot the eyes within the mask. Awesome. So now we're just going to cut her out so we can actually play with her. I'm starting at the top. And remember, if there's any parts of her cape that you kind of want to fix, right now I'm going to cut out right around my mistake to make the cape look a little smoother. And I'm cutting right around the lines here. Nice and easy, right around the feet. Take your time. Take your time cutting. Snip right there. She looks so cool. Everyone's going to be so jealous. Even if you want to do this activity with your friends, you can show each other at the very end. Maybe you'll all have really different superheroes. Up and around. You can cut a little triangle if you have little ridges in your cape. Cut around. Perfect. You could even use this as a card. You could have a superhero on the front, and on the back you could write a little note to your friends. Snip. And we're almost done. Just gotta cut around her hair here. Up and around the hairline. Be careful with your fingers again while you're cutting. It can be really tricky, so just take your time. Great job, you guys. She looks outrageous. So, Tuto girls, here's our super heroine. How cool does she look? I hope you had a great time today and that you have fun playing with her. I'd also love to see pictures of your superheroine, so please send her in to tutokid.com with the help of your parents. Hope to see you soon!